Hello, is your sleepless guy back with what? Not back with shit. It's something new. What if Bell from Daimachi was in the Zeus Familia? And I know you guys I don't think my anime list is long and hard. I don't know if you know this, but I've watched a lot of weird shit in my time. And Daimachi is something that I've watched and I loved. And I think there's a lot of cool history, and I think there's a cool system. So I like to do this, and I think it's going to be kind of fun. But we're going to start with a flashback, some history elements at least. As we wake up to Bell, true Bell Purnell, about the ages of 18 to maybe 19, maybe he's in his 20s. He's laying on the field of grass as he feels something hit his head. Looks up. Yes? What do you need? As you see a little girl. Not very similar hair color, but a kind of blondish style, with a kind of in a ponytail looking. Belle, you know what day it is, right? Tuesday, right? It's Friday. Shit. Are we? Yes. You're leaving the next day. Sorry, I slept the day away, it seems like. As you see, the sun is up in the sky. It seems closer to noon. As she walks up to him. Don't worry, Belle. You can hang out with me when you come back. As Belle smiles a little bit. So why did you call me? Zeus wants to see you. Of course. As he stands up and he starts walking. As her name is Lydia. Belle's younger sister, only an adoption claim. Belle, in a sense of the word, was adopted into the Zeus Familia with her younger sister. In a technical standpoint, Belle took care of her when she was in the church, in a sense. Most of the church was a corruption form for a couple other familias. And with Bell being as strong as he is, he protected her against anyone. When he joined the Zeus Familia, after Zeus found out his talents, he gained his first skill. The hero's journey. Giving him a ×2 to any all XP he gains. So any XP he gains is a ×2 of that. It's ×2 of that more. And I know in the Daimachi universe, XP is a little bit different. It's experience gain and it's something different, but it still sort of works of how I like to explain it. If you don't know how XP gain works in the Daimachi universe, I'll explain it real quick to you. So think of it like this. So, let's say you're fighting a really hard boss. Your XP gain is going to be more clear. It's going to be higher level than if you're fighting normal enemies. So if you're pushing yourself, if you're trying harder, your XP gain is going to be stronger. And XP gain goes to a certain level of stats. We'll talk about those stats in a little bit later when we go into Bell's full stat sheet later in the later being later. But with that though, this XP gain can go into multiple different stats. Agility, strength, durability, magic, and some other things as well. I don't remember them all. And those certain stats get certain amount of XP gain. So, like, let's say Bell get punched really hard in the face. He gets a little bit of XP to durability. Let's say Bell runs away from the enemies or runs towards the enemies. A little bit of agility gets an XP gain. And any one of those stats, because of this ability, gains a little bit. As Bell walks up to a massive castle, it's beautifully engorged with golden elements to it as he walks in, as he sees a couple of his other brethren and sisters from a different familia, the Hera familia. He bows, honestly, and walks into Zeus's room. As you see Zeus and Hera, they're both talking about the something of another. He can't understand them. They're talking too fast. As they finally say Black Dragon, as he finally understands it, as he as Zeus looks over. Yes. Bell, please come over. I need to check out your stats before you leave to go fight the Black Dragon. Just a slight upgrade, please. As he says, of course. As he sits down on the chair, as Zeus bites a little bit of his finger, as a drip of blood pops down as he sees his stats. As this is the first time we're going to see his stats, and almost last time we're going to see his stats. He's level 5. All of his stats are, some of his stats are S, some of his stats are SS, and some of his stats are even have the 3S category. He's level 5 at this point in time. He has 5 abilities. Number 1, the hero's journey. Number 2, sorry, let me try to remember all of his abilities. Burning Spirit. It's basically the ability to cast magic now. All of it is fire magic, though. Level 3, decrease exhaustion, meaning he can fight for a longer period of time without him exhausting. Level 4, level 4 was the ability called Predict. He can predict a movement of a creature's monster by a couple of angles. He can only do this a couple of times, and it takes a lot of his ability. And level 5, Luck. Luck of the gods, particularly. He takes his Zeus's powers, it seems like, and gives him almost a durability shield, where sometimes his chances of surviving increases to how close he is to death. So something like dodging a blow or dodging an attack that normally would kill him increases the likely chance that thing would kill him. So if it's like a 75% chance, that's amazing. Like, it will make him dodge even faster. If it's only like a 45% chance or a 30% chance, sometimes it won't help as much. It's like, stats changed just a little bit. Your strength has became 1,037. As he stands up and says, "Thank you very much, Zeus." As he walks out, Zeus says, "Bell," as he looks back, "fight, please. Whatever you got." Yes, I would. As he puts a sword on his back as he goes off. As a day later, he's on the wagon as they starting to ride to the Black Dragon. as he sees multiple different people, some from the Hestia familia, some are from his own Zeus familia, but a lot of them are traveling together. 250 in total. Most of the Zeus familia is higher ranking people, 5th level and above. As he looks up, as he sees his friend, Angel, a blonde-haired man with that goes down to closer to his neck. He's wielding 2 blades as he looks up and says, Bell, your smile always gives me hope. As Bell has multiple different swords. It seems like he's a master of each sword of his own. Yeah, I guess so. As he says, are you scared? Terrified? But what is it to be scared? If we're riding to death, we should be hopeful. As Bell in his head, he says, I kind of agree with that, but I think some of it's kind of stupid as well. To be scared is good somewhat. You sometimes have to be scared. As days go by with them traveling, them killing other monsters, but also finally getting into the cave. As they walk into this field, you see other corpses, bones sometimes, and some of them being fresh as can be, of bodies laying the ground. As he hears a roar, you hear a roar as fire bursts out of the freaking walls. As they say, scatter, as they rush off. You see Bell grabbing out his blade as he moves in, cutting, trying to cut one of the dragon's wings off as he flies up. He feels the talons ripping into his armor as he moves, swings around, grabs the tail of the black dragon. As he moves, he falls 20, 30, 40 feet, almost closing to 100, as he feels the air start to slow down. Feather fall. Thank you, Lily. As smash, he smashes on the ground. Ugh. Could you not slow down me any further? Hey, you're the one that Flo almost freaking got crushed. Maybe that's your fault, not mine. As his blade lands right next to him, grabs it, pulls it out of the rocks. Yeah. Let's go. This fight isn't easy. It lasts us 3 days and 3 nights as fire rages. Bell almost dies 250 times. It takes everything Bell has not to cry and crumble. But as Bell standing above the black dragon, he cuts its head off himself. As he sees the black dragon pop. As Bell goes into a void almost, he hears a voice. So you finally killed me. Fucking eventually. As he looks over, he sees a guy in a black cloak and a black mask as he drops his cloak as it's him? No, it can't be. He's right there. He can't be him. As Bell feels the marking as it burns. He screams, but it doesn't come out. It's not words. He screams, but it's not He looks down as there's a marking on his chest of a dragon. As he looks down, as he sees a sword in his hand, a black blade, almost in a sense, curved with edge points. As he wearing a cloak. As he looks around again, remembering where he is, where the bodies lay of his dead. As you look around, as dead bodies litter the field, he screams as he launches off back to the Zeus Familia, trying to go as fast as he humanly possibly can. He moves to the point where his body can't understand it. He's in so much pain. The muscles are burning inside of his body. The pain as he gets to the hill, as he sees the Hestia castle that's used to be there is crumbling to ash. As he sees two warring armies. The Loki Familia. And the, it's Hera? No, it's not Hera. It is Hestia. Not Hestia. Hera's a Hestia Familia. Rushing at them. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so if you don't know the history, well, those two familias crashed down on Zeus and Hera? Yeah, Zeus and Hera. I think so. And destroyed them. And this one, they change it a little bit. As he sees a girl, a blonde-haired girl with blue eyes, with a sword in her hand. As he rushes down, he rushes as fast as he possibly can. As he sees her get an arrow into the chest, as he slowly lets her body drop into the ground. As he looks up, as he sees a blonde-haired boy, young, looks to her. His blood spews out, covering his face as he sees 500 troops. Some of them not part of the Familia, he knows. Some of them are people they hired. He doesn't care. Brother. I can't make that voice, fuck. As he grabs her head, as you see a knife cut into the body of Bell, cutting his limb, as you see his arm ripped off as his head starts falling, as the army stops a little bit. That was easy as can be. I thought it'd be a little bit difficult from the last Zeus Familia member. Seems like it, as his head flies off his fucking frame. It flies 20 feet into the air. As the rest of the guild looks at him and his body fixes itself as you see the cloth and armor repair itself back together like bones cracking. He looks up. All of you will die. As they all back up a step, as he's like, don't run. You won't make it far. As a slicing blade cuts into one of their fleshes, as it rips, you see body parts fly as some of them charging up like, let's get this guy. As others are flying away, crushing others underneath their foot, as blades fly, as heads fall. As days go by, blood carries the ground. Arrows have been flown, spells have been made, as blood streams as he cuts men, children, women. Whoever comes near him will fall. With his blade, that has the ability of indestructibility. Can't be damaged, can't be broken. As men charge, higher level now, but still, he fights with all of his might, cracking bones and marrow. As he sees an arrow cross his path, he blocks it as that same blonde-haired boy. Little it can be, as he rushes forward, as you see a blade cross his path, he blocks it. He sees a girl, younger than his own sister somewhat, but she's holding a massive double-bladed sword, crashing down. He smashes onto the ground. Fire burn. Hellish rage. Burn as hell intended as blue flames comes from his sword. Black Bay crashes down as you see fire and flame. As he rushes forward, as you see a man, a dog man, with kind of this black hair, as he comes down to try to block it with a spear. As it cuts for the spear, as he goes in for the man, as another person comes in to block it with his body. As he cuts him in half, you see blood sprays everywhere as Bell twists and slashes his body into pieces as he falls. As he hears a voice, a booming voice, Zeus's voice. My son, please stop. As the rest back away. As you see, out of the 500 men that came to fight that day, 12 survived. And out of that 250 survived. And out of that 250 that survived, 150 are injured. And out of that 150 that are not injured, only 12 is left standing. As he brings down his sword, this is not the end. As Bell wakes up, he's in a dungeon. Shit. Maybe he always does this sometimes, forgets that this is not the way to live. He should be stressed out, but immortality fucks with you a little bit. As he stands up, oh shit, my back. Getting old, it seems like. He looks into the water that he was just drinking out of before he went to bed. He looks into his face as his eyes are still this bright red color. Still looks like he's 21 in that 18 cents. I says I'm still good looking. As this is where we're going to end the video off, I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.